Yellow. Howdy doody. Is it Memorial Day weekend? Happy holiday. Another day, another crypto live stream. Title's not clickbait. I'm actually like very confused what's happening with sentiment. It is so divided right now. Like the more I just went down the YouTube rabbit hole today while I was just driving around in the car, the more like confused I am. It's okay for people to have different opinions, but like it's so drastic. It seems like mostly bullish. I mean, like here on this channel, we don't we don't necessarily have like a sediment. Like I'm not calling that we're going to dump or pump. It's just more of here's the probability. And at the moment, we only have one support, and yet we have a lot of resistance. So if we surpass that resistance, yeah, we can see 48K. But anybody calling for 48K right now, I would say is in the minority in terms of probability. Just my opinion. All right. Now, like we were sitting in a bullish ABC, like we're right underneath, that zone, but it's definitely not set in stone yet by any means. That's right. We're back to green screen Austin. I figured I'd give it a little shot today. Clear up a little bit of the screen since we're working with a lower quality camera. I am going to make the mistake of trying to adjust how white I am. And it's probably going to ruin everything. So, yeah. Actually, it didn't. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Okie doke. So I got a comment on one of the videos from the past couple of days. And it says, Kite, go back to September to October 2021 and check the price action. Careful shorting. All right. So let's go check it out. All right. So what they're looking at is this region right here. Which, yeah. All right. But the thing is like I wasn't super bearish in that region. I was shorting here because of an ABC. But because the market presented a nice, fat, juicy hedge position, all right, we took it. Now we got knocked out of it a couple times, but we rode it up. And what you're referring to is the calm before the storm, the pump before the dump. So, I mean, that was the top of the bull market. So, all right. So, I mean, to apply that to, let's say, for instance, that you're looking at that like a fractal. All right. Well, I can see what he's seeing. He's got pump 1, dump, pump 2. Well, here's the thing, man. Well, I mean, if you're looking at that as the fractal, then we already have pump 1. We already have pump, dump 1, and then we have pump 2. So, I mean, that's the fractal. So your warning sign of shorting too early, I think, is a little bit off. And also the thing is, you shouldn't have to be careful shorting. Like that implies that you're over risking, that if you're wrong, which is very, very likely, it could be a possibility. Always is. That you need to be careful about it. No, I have my strategy. Strategy has built-in risk management. There's no need to be careful. All right, if I was just kind of throwing high leverage at it and saying it's going to dump, then yeah, maybe be careful, but not the case. So taking a look at a couple different indicators, all right, because we know what our sentiment is, all right? ETH has big time frame, bearish ABC, DXY pumping off a bullish ABC on the macro time frame. So to me, I just see it as a bearish indicator, but on a daily time frame, we are holding support along the 100-day moving average. And if we are going to break that, then our 200-day moving average would be co-aligned with 25,400-ish, which is the support level that we're looking at anyways. That could possibly see some support, but I'm looking for it to break if I want it to continue. So, I mean, that is bullish for right now, but could definitely turn into resistance. And then what are you going to say? All right. Now, MACD, daily MACD. Am I on the right chart? Yeah, daily MACD. All right, is actually looking pretty good. Like we're, putting in a little bit of a bullish divergence here off of this ABC structure, and it's kind of turning to the upside. Very good for bulls. So there's a lot of bullishness in the indicator sector, but just from like empirical data, I don't know if I'm using that word correctly, but generalization of all markets. All right. We don't necessarily have the supporting structures, the low resistance holding us back, and the other sectors, debt ceiling in the United States, all that stuff being up in the air right now. There's nothing besides indicators telling you this. So if you're going purely based off indicators, yeah, you're bullish as hell, which once we get above 32,443, yeah, I'll be bullish. I'll be bullish right along with you. All right. Cause then we got some free air to clear. Until then, it doesn't look so hot. It really doesn't. All right. So indicator kitties, I can see why they're bullish. You have support from the EMAs. You have daily MACD telling you, hey, we're going to go to the upside. But the thing is, we've talked about kind of like the rubber band method, where let's say that you have a ball, you throw really hard at a piece of glass. Okay. Well, imagine the ball breaking the glass and going through as the divergence or the momentum of the market working. It travels forward. So the bearish divergence or bullish divergence in this case scenario continues to the upside. But let's say that there wasn't enough oomph behind it, but it's still a good amount of momentum. It doesn't break the window, but bounces back. So what could happen on these indicators, and we've seen it many times, is yeah, we'll get a little bit of a break to the upside, maybe pump up a little bit of a fake out. But then that momentum starts folding back over, and everything that was left over now gets transferred to the downside. Obviously, liquidations start coming in, and then boom, bada bang, you start falling off a cliff. And the thing that like really scares me is that I put this in the Discord today. This is from a Reddit thread, because during my downtime I like to go on Reddit and look at what people are saying and what their sentiment is, just to get a good feel for the masses. In statements like these, like, confirm to me that we're okay. The way that I trade, the numbers that I see are perfectly fine. This guy goes, a black swan event would be needed for 20K. I'm sure this is the same exact person that if confronted during the bull market, if I told you that we were going to break 43,000 and we had no support and our next level was 29K, you would go, a black swan event would be needed for 29K. You don't need a black swan event. We have no support. And this guy goes, there are support levels for a bleed. You need a black swan event to get to 20K. There are no sellers for that. Where are you getting this data from? And what chart are you reading? All right, some made up bullshit volume chart that some YouTubers trying to shove down your throat. Look at the chart for yourself. We have a previous resistance that could act as support. But beyond that point, we have nothing. Besides indicators, your EMAs. Like, there's nothing there. All right, we could find support, and get a momentary bounce, but in the end, if we break 25,433 and we hold below it and especially use it as resistance, the next logical place for the market to test would be 20K. And the reason why, like, you're fighting that and not just incorporating into it as a possibility really tells me how you're trading. So if you ever feel bad about how you're thinking about the market, go on Reddit for 5 seconds, and that will be cleared up for you, for sure. But I just people scare me with their thought process. Like, it's not that far away. A black swan. Look, I would say that the FTX crash was a black swan event. It really didn't do much. Yeah, we dumped pretty hard, pretty fast, but we really didn't go that far. So, like, what would this take in your mind then? A nuclear disaster? No, it's just market flow. Like, was every single one of these dumps a black swan event? No. It is simply the natural course and flow of the market as time goes on. You don't have to read any specific reason for anything to happen. Like I said, like, I'm not necessarily, perma bear here. I'm not denying that there could be more to this pump. All right, like I said, very clearly outlined, we have a nice bullish ABC on this time frame. It's not really doing much, and it's really putting up a fight here, so it's kind of like in the air, which should be expected. Okay, with the whole debt ceiling thing, probably get some resolution in the market somewhere around June. Beginning of June 9th or whatever it is. But besides that, there's no bullishness in the market that I can see. Like, we have momentary support, nice possible continuation pattern, but other than that, there's nothing like really signaling. And like a lot of I was watching Crown Crypto today. Crown Crypto had an analyst on that was calling for 48K, and 30 seconds to him watching the video, he has Fibonacci retracements all over his chart, basically trying to predict the future. All right. And all the numbers that he was calling out gives that facade of like, oh, it's the 0.618, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're just talking about support and resistance that's already shown on the chart. You don't have to give Fibonacci numbers to know this stuff. Like, I don't, man. So, like I said, I mean, indicator wise, yeah, we're looking at maybe some short-term bullishness, but I just don't know if it's going to continue. There's a possibility that we get a fifth wave top here, of course. You know, trying to push into this resistance, maybe break out, but I don't know, man. To recover the low of this bull market segue point, it's kind of like that's a lot to ask during a bear market. So, I mean, if it does it, congratulations, Bitcoin. Like, I wish nothing but the best for you. And obviously, like, I have my DCA positions. I'm still holding from back at these points. So, I mean, if we push up, I'm not sad, but at the same time, I'm just trying to be realistic. And like, these people are not like black swan event in order to get back to 20K. Like, God, then what was this? Like, what magical, like, sensational thing came out to cause this pump? And they're going to come up with 1,000 bullshit reasons, but can't come up with one for it to dump. Rant over. Let's take a look at the ES100. ES100 decimating odds. Like, absolutely tearing a new one. And it gets thinner and thinner every day. Like, I'm so scared for anybody trapped in this. Because it feels like a bull trap, trying to take advantage of these, like, this moment in time where, like, everything is just so up in the air with the debt ceiling. Which everybody already knows the answer. Like, we're not going to default. I could be wrong, but, like, I mean, like, have we ever? It's always, oh, maybe this time around, you know, we'll cut spending and default and do things right, and we're on the next course. No, we're going to continue the same exact bullshit over and over and over again. Like, it doesn't stop. So, I don't know why you think it is going to now. Like, it's just stupid. KDA almost at its lowest support region from a macro perspective here. Definitely a next point to pick some up. DXY still trudging to the upside. Still has quite a bit of ways till we get to 105, its next major resistance point. Obviously, it could go a little bit higher, a little bit lower, but just has a little bit of an average there. 105. Then past that point, we pretty much have 107.2 to 107.99 as the next major resistance. So I am in a ETH trade at the moment, which it's dumping back down, but I took it, I believe, this morning when I woke up, and this is the ABC structure that's based off of A to B to C. That was the entry point there. I got that set up. So that's the third trade I've taken. And the distance from A to C is about 20 hours, 19 to 20 hours. Crypto Crash Farm, what's going on, man? You just missed my little rant about how people have so much cognitive dissonance when it comes to what the market is capable of. Trying to shield themselves from the thought process that a dump could happen or a pump can happen. instead of just facing reality and incorporating it into a trading plan. Like we said before, like it's the little things that people mention, like that one comment where it's like, be careful. You shouldn't have to be careful. All right. Not throwing my entire stack on a short. All right. It's about noticing things that you've noticed before. Stick to the plan. If it doesn't work out, all right. Suck it up. Do the next one. Simple as that. Ryan calls me Crash. Good old Ryan. Man's been MIA. Hasn't posted on YouTube in a long time. Hasn't posted on his own private Rumble. I know he's been on that LFA, whatever it's called, network, which... if he's happy with it, man. Stop trying to get yourself off by eating peanuts so you suffocate. Why don't you just do Wim Hof like a normal person? Just hold your breath for 3 minutes. Fishy. Take it over there. XRP's got a small time. I mean, it's not necessarily a small time frame. It's got a nice short position here. Gearing up for some downside. XTZ's got a small time frame, ABC, possible retest to the upside. DOT has a nice ABC on its larger time frame. Algo has a nice bullish ABC here. My chat keeps going away. I mean, dude, I can't count, actually, how many times, like, random pumps or, like, hype that's leading up to possible pumps is always surrounded by China. I remember this point back here. All right. We saw like 40% in like a day. And like, they were like, it's China. It's China. China did something with crypto. China. And what happens? It falls off a cliff. Like it just, I can't with people, man. Like I said, I mean, if it pumps, I'm a little bit sad that the short didn't work out, but it's of no consequence. I've lost track of XRP and the court case and everything like that. I thought they got it figured out, and then they saw a little bit of a pump, and now like they're still in the court case. I don't know. I give up on it. I give up. Give me my $3 win so I can log another trade, please. And then obviously the next trade on the list would definitely be the A to B to C, which I'm hoping that it has a little bit of an extension on that C, because now we'll get to take profit from that trade. Which, man, it would be going a little bit past the previous A here, but I think that's all right. Then hopefully that turns into like a small time frame head and shoulders, and then we can start moving down. But like I said, we probably won't see anything major until the whole debt ceiling situation's figured out. I just played the lotto because crypto isn't pumping. I mean, I guess. But I'm not trading to gamble. I'm trading to trade. I'm almost up to $3 of funding. Made 10% of my risk. Yeah, past couple hours it's been a negative funding rate. So shorts are trying to take over here, but I don't think it's going to be that way for long. Bitcoin's actually outperforming the good old Ethereum today on this pump. So already at a 1 point, it's almost there. A little bit further up and it would be at that 3 R&R. But I'm going to stick to ETH for the scalp trades. I'm extra tired today. I didn't get to bed last night that easy. I'll be honest. No, I'm not using Bybit anymore. Bybit kicked all the US guys off. All right, so unless I want to go get a digital citizenship in, what was it? Palau? Then I can't trade on Bybit. Absolutely no hate for him. I get why they did it. All right, and there is Apex, so I mean, technically, I could still go back to Bybit, which we might do, but for right now, I just want to give something else a try. Which there's a couple things that's missing from this website, but maybe that's for good reason. Like if I could still use Bybit, I would. So for anybody that can KYC, I mean, that's up to you, but I would stay if I was able to. And who knows? Maybe one day we will get a Palau citizen membership gym card. But to be honest with you, Crash, I don't think the people that are celebrating a holiday are the reason why Bitcoin isn't moving. There's too much like professional traders and stuff. I don't think that small group of people is the reason why it's not going anywhere. There's a lot of stuff going on with the macro markets right now, with just everything being up in the air. So, yeah, DXY is lifting off to its next resistance. So, just another reason to be a little bit more bearish on Bitcoin. Like I said, I mean, I don't know if anybody was not here for it, but this picture, just a black swan event would be needed for 20K. Like, that statement requires so much just distance from like reality. It's ridiculous. All right, and the same thing goes to me. Like, I'm not like a white swan event is not needed for us to go to 48K. All right, it's simple market. If that's where the market wants to go, that's where the market's going to go. All right, I'm not in control of that. But for me to sit here and go, we need a white swan event for it to go to 48K. That's why I think it's gonna jump. It's the same thing. It's just a matter of probability. We have one support to the downside. That's it. All right. We have a little bit of bullishness on indicators, and we have a bullish pattern, but it's not necessarily holding. So indicator kitties, they see nothing but green lights. All right. No, I'm not denying that they won't work. But what I'm saying is, like, you're just taking one little thing on a chart telling you, oh, momentum's going to the upside. It doesn't have to. All right. But the cognitive dissonance required to think that it needs a black swan event for 20K. And this guy goes, there's support levels for a bleed. You need a black swan event to get back to 20K. There are no sellers for that. You are joking. That has to be a troll. Like, there's no way. Well, there's our take profit almost. Click off the screen for 5 seconds. But come on, just a little bit further. You got this. Don't give me that trade and not give me this one. I'll hate you. But like, I don't know what chart this guy is looking at. He's very clearly looking at like some volume profiles and possibly daily EMAs. We have so much support, and I go over here to the 8 hour. We have so much resistance. Like, you can see how like you can just craft the narrative that you want using these indicators. Plain and simple. All right. The 200 daily EMA lines up with the $25,000 $25,500 support. All right. And that's particularly the area that I'm concerned with. All right. If we break that, that's when 20K becomes very likely. At the moment, all right, 20K is still likely because we have a lot more resistance to the upside. But if we start breaking through some of these, all right, especially if we get past this recent high, 31,118, that's when we can go, okay, if we stay above that, 48K now starts to become a possible reality. Much more probable than it was before. Until then, I can't give that any sort of thought. Oh, come on. You are so close to the take profit. Don't do this. All right, one more pump and then come back down. How about that? Kite, debt ceiling deal is done? I thought it wasn't supposed to be done until around the, like, June 8th. Or is that just the deadline? June 5th is the deadline. No, it's not done yet. I don't know where you heard that, but it's not. Unless like news came out within like the past hour. It's not done. 20 hours ago, debt limit talks get more time as U.S. Treasury pushes back deadline. U.S. debt deadline pushed back as talks continue. 11 hours ago. Biden, McCarthy. Okay, let me read this. This came out 14 minutes ago. The deal would avert economically destabilizing default so long as they succeed in passing it through the narrowly divided Congress before the Treasury Department runs short of money to cover all of its obligations, which it warned Friday would occur if the debt ceiling is not raised by June 5th. Yeah, it's not done. This article came out 14 minutes ago, so I don't know where that information is coming from. Like they just did like a minute ago? Like this little pump here was the debt ceiling? I mean that was 14 minutes ago. All right, we'll continue looking up. Link a article. Just look up debt ceiling. Yeah, 9 minutes ago. If you actually read the article, they didn't come to. It's not signed or anything like that. 1 hour ago. 1 hour ago, Biden, McCarthy speak as debt ceiling negotiations continue. At Watcher Guru. I mean, those. Okay. Watcher Guru. Just in. Let's see. I mean, come on. Look what they're posting. Like, whoever didn't know this, like, what world are you living in? All right. 10 minutes ago. All right. I'm not listening to this guy. It's a random dude on Twitter, and he links no credible information. He literally just posts it. It's the same thing like someone tweeting at monkeys fuck you NFT. You'll make $1 million. Just in. like just in as it just did something inside you. Like I can't with that. Like, give me some official news. All right, Watcher Guru. Give me like an article or something. Credible news, a live stream of them saying on camera. You know, I don't know. But. Okay, here we go. 7 minutes ago. But the other one said it as well. Let's read the actual article here. See, I'm pretty sure he saw one headline. White House and House Republicans strike agreement in principle to raise debt ceiling. But you go and you read the actual article like you're supposed to do, and like literally right here. Where did I just see it? There have been some signs that talks have progressed in the recent days, and negotiators are hoping to announce an agreement as soon as Saturday. So, unless this is an updating thread, I don't think so. So, don't like read the article because it clearly like it's a clickbait article that's trying to get you to like react to it. But it's still talking about they're in talks, but I feel closer to an agreement now than I did before because I see progress. But listen, it's not easy in any shape or form. But that doesn't back us away from it, McCarthy said. So yeah, it's not done. Well, dude, how fast do you have to be on top of the news? Like within 20 seconds? This article came out 7 minutes ago. All right, view full coverage. See, that's what I'm saying. All right. Like, it is different than saying they have reached an agreement. It is passed. It's over with. They're rather saying, hey, we're pretty damn close. Come on. So, just my opinion. Watcher Guru is trash. Like, I mean, come on. You take one. He probably just. This is probably just an AI. To be honest with you, it probably just like scans the internet for like just articles, and then spits them back out. Just in, Germany officially enters recession. Hey, he actually linked an article with that one. Okay, this is it. U.S. debt ceiling done. It can be theoretically done, figuratively, from the CNN head titles. Get my take profit because people don't know how to actually read articles, and then you can dump once they, actually get the news. Then we can go. Can you imagine if this is it? If we actually default though, that'd be epic. Not really, but hey, I mean, it's like something new to talk about instead of, I was gonna say company, but it pretty much is. Government who has been in debt since 1913 and refuses to ever pay it back finally defaults and admits that they are insolvent and are just making shit up on the fly. This just in. I honestly, like, I agree with you, Crash. Like, it makes no logical sense. You have an inflationary economy, which is based off of digital ones and zeros to add value. Debt is infinite, okay? Debt inherently is infinite because you have to borrow more debt in order to pay off the debt because there's always someone sitting left out, whether it's a bank or a person. All right, banks get special treatment, but at the end of the day, always more debt. So having a debt ceiling, an arbitrary debt ceiling saying like, hey, we can't go past this limit, guys. This time we won't go past it. It makes no sense to me, man. We're so close. Which I'm being very greedy here because, like, just literally 15 minutes ago, we weren't even remotely close, and now we're kissing it. Come on, give me another win on the books here. I tried going on Reddit and finding more brain dead comments. I did see an article that the crypto analyst suggests that BTC could erupt to new all-time highs within this year. Could it? I guess. If something like if a white swan event came and Elon Musk tweeted out that he loves men, I don't know. Like at this point. I was having imaginary conversations with myself in the car today. Not a good sign. All right, I should probably stay off of crypto Reddit. Oh, we had that little pump. Now, now the market's getting bullish again. Oh, they're so fickle, man. They're so fickle. It's ridiculous. All right, here we go. I can't do it that long. You gotta be joking right now, right? Ooh. There we go. Christ on a crutch. All right, love to see it. All right, so I can get rid of the stop position. And I was using 109, so 109 times 3, 327. So plus $51.89. All right, so we made 10% to the portfolio in 3 scalps. 1 fail, 2 wins. Nice. All right, 55.16. Will it really not let me do? Oh, come on now. That's kind of, why can't I do point? There we go. Oh, cool. We get an extra 7 cents to risk. All right, let me test this out real quick because I don't know. I was sure that I did it before, but I might just screw up here. All right, sell. 232 contracts. 232 contracts at 1839.43. 1839.43. And you can't add triggers to all right, well, let's try that. Shoot, it did do it. Okay, I figured that was going to happen, but all right. So yeah, only market maker. So you don't have conditionals on this. Actually, no. I could probably put in a stop market would act as a conditional short sell. All right. All right, so let me figure out what that would be. All right. Because it's going based off my entire portfolio here. It doesn't have to have a trade set up. 1839.43. And then 232 contracts. That'd be 0.126. So stop market 1839.43. Oh, it just did it for me. Nice. There we go. Boom. And then I can't set up a stop loss or anything on it until it gets triggered. That's what kind of sucks. But you should do scalping streams full time. Press X to doubt. I could retake the larger time frame ABC, but I want to stick to the smaller time frames. It is quite a distance now, so I don't know how good I feel about it, to be honest, but let's hope that either one comes back down and gets hit, or two, we form another one in this higher range here. But hey, pretty good so far. 3 trades in 3.5 days. Yeah, 66% win rate. Seems to be somewhere around the 10 to 20 hour mark between A and C is working quite well. The 7-hour one didn't quite work. But obviously that was with a little bit of bullish momentum behind it, and it was a short trade. I mean, hey, if we can hold this, if we can continue having a 66% win rate, which I highly doubt, we're only 3 trades in, 66% win rate with a 3 R&R, well, we could use 5% risk. Shouldn't be using that. 0.3% Kelly. All right, 1.6%, 4%, 40% Kelly is roughly what I'm using right now at the current values. Not too shabby. A little bit over 10%. 3 days. I don't know now if I want to take that trade. It hasn't been something that I've considered before, but not just the time distance between A and C, but maybe the percentage distance as well. Maybe I should track that. That could be interesting to track. It's like this one right here was 0.42%. This one was 0.8, 0.6, and this one is already 1%. Because my fear would be is like, if we do form a smaller time frame ABC up here, that possibly the B wave during that could trigger that, but then it's going to go up another time. Do I want to track that? Let's go ahead and log this. All right, I'll start logging that as well. I'm not going to go back. I mean, I could. I know. Okay, I'm not going to be lazy. We'll go track that as well. All right, I know what stop loss I'm using, so we can just go ahead and get rid of that. Percent change between A and C. All right. So this one was this trade here. Should I well, I can't measure them all. I need to do it uniformly, so maybe I'll do a measure from the C to the A, no matter what. And that's 0.85%. And then this one was... Oh, wait. From... This one was 0.31%. Take the daily ABC longman. I have it on my spot portfolio. I'm not going to leverage trade into that. It's this area is too shaky right now. We keep going over and under. All right. Like I said, my main bias is to the downside, but I do have spot portfolio one from the lower DCA entries of like 16.3K, but I did buy a little bit on the trading portfolio for the daily ABC. I wouldn't necessarily call that a daily ABC. It's not necessarily that type of ABC, but it's definitely a large ABC. All right, so, and then this one was 0.51%. 0.51%. So the winners are definitely closer to like 0.75. The loser didn't have much. Let me go ahead and log this one. ETH. 15-minute time frame. It is a short. We don't know if it is going to be a winner or a loser yet. Length between A and C. We don't know that quite yet either. I'll have to wait to put that data in. But right now it's about 1 day, 1.5 days. And the distance from A to C is 1.15%. This is definitely like the largest percent distance from A to C. Out of all those ones, these ones are about, I'd say like on average. I need to find out how to redo Excel to like get the average. I got my Excel certification in high school, but I don't remember how to do anything. I know you just add all of them up and then divide by the number of data points in order to get the average, but I don't know how to do it automatically. Formulas. Math. Oh God. Am I looking for mean? Don't even know if I'm in the right place. Oh God. Look like an idiot. It's all recorded live. Mode? All right, so what okay. That equals average A1, A2. So over here I would want to do equals average. And then if I want G1 and G2 and G4. It's fucking 0. Can I get more? Okay, there we go. Is that right? Is it? So it would be 0.68%. I don't know why it's giving me 2 extra decimals there. So for this column here, like how would I get the average win rate? Shoot. No, I don't want that. All right, so I click on this one. Go here, average. Select these. It doesn't know. How do I get the average W's? All right, let's just Google it. How to get average in Excel with letters. Okay. Thank you, Driller. All right, so I click here. I go equals if D2. Can I go ahead and select now? Fuck. Where's if? Okay, so if D2 to D4. Fuck. Value if true. Is that what I want? Want it like that? Spill? Oh no, I spilled. Man, I gotta go back to school. What the hell is this? I'll never get a job working as a desk assistant. All right. Value if true, value if false. I thought this would be it. Do I have to fill in value if true? Shoot. I'm just going to do what you just told me to. All right. Equals if D2 equals W. Can I just put D? Because the entire column of D, I have to select every single one that I want. All right, so D2 to D14, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. Not the range, just the cell. So like the D cell? Well, what about the N cell? I'm so lost. Man, I'll just do it myself. Like, who needs Excel, right? I'll just do the math myself. Check Discord DM. He hasn't given up on me. He hasn't given up. All right, paste into the H2 cell. Paste into the H2 cell. Oh, I guess I didn't copy it. Wait. There we go. I don't think that's right. Does it change if I paste it down here? Okay, let me read your full directions. Okay, you said paste into the H2 cell, then drag the bottom right corner of the cell down, and it will populate only the winners. Okay, but why is it showing me the stuff in? Okay, hold on. Should I just get rid of like G2? I think it's much easier if I just like, if it's a loss, just get rid of it and then frick. I hate Excel so much. I hate it. Oh, I hated high school. I hate Excel. Let's go over here and like average. Now, why can't I do? Why can't I get the average of which cells have W's? Average. Wait, okay, so. God. Why does it have to be a number? You're right. I'll just go spend $30 for a website to do it for me. Oh, man. All right, let's re-Google. Let's see if the debt ceiling's been figured out in the last 8 minutes. Okay. Good headline. Update at 8:49. So 34 minutes ago. President Biden, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. All right. Strike tentative debt ceiling deal. Good title. Ahead of the deal. Won't run out of money until June 5th. So like it hasn't been voted on yet. Like I don't want to know that the deal's been made because I'm sure 1,000 deals have been made, but whether or not they pass, all right, then it's not a deal. It's a proposition. It's a suggestion. It is not an agreement. It is not a deal. It is to be determined. I hate mainstream media. It's so dumb. 22 minutes ago. Hezbollah news. This is more important than the debt ceiling deal, if I had to say so. Hey, they clickbaited me in with the picture of Hezbollah with a gun. All right, let's try that. Wrong chat GPT. I hate domain names. OpenAI.com. Gotta remember that. Build me a Excel sheet to track win percentage of trades. You're telling me I still have to put in all the information? I can't just copy paste it? All right, let's do this. File. Let me save this one. File, save. You see? Browse. I'm going to save it in my documents. Book 1. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to hit new. Blank workbook. All right, cool. Page layout. Themes. Give me a cool theme. Berlin. Didn't change anything. Okay. Trade 1. Asset. All right, and B1. Entry price. C1. Exit price. All right, and then D1. Result. What does it mean by result? I guess I'll put like R&R in there. I don't know. All right, and then E1, win/loss. F1, win percentage. Starting from row 2, add the trade. Oh, shoot, man. It's too much stuff. I'll just go take all that. Turn it into 28. All right. Okay. ETH. I'm just going to copy what I got here. Long or short. And then, what did I have? I already forgot. Tell me I can't open up 2 windows of Excel? Open. Open. File. File. Okay, so I had time frame, RR, and then can I just like shift this over into a new cell? How do I do that? All right. Is this the exciting trading that you wanted to see? I hope so. Okay. I have that. Now I'm just going to add this. All right, Chat GPT, our new god. What do I do? All right. In column E, what? Should I have set it up exactly how it said to? Now I'm lost. But I would just switch out. Okay, so E1 is supposed to be win loss. So let me just try. All right, equals if. What was D2? D2. Yeah, like I didn't want my thing set up like that, so I was just gonna try to switch where it wants me to do it. Okay, so in column E, use the following formula in cell E2. Categorize each trade as a win or a loss based on the result. So what we're going to do, we're just going to move all of this down. I don't know why. But I'm going to do what Chat GPT says. All right, so I'm just going to replace. Instead of E2, we're using G2. Okay. And then we're going to just type in copy code, type that in. It's not what I wanted. Can I just like extend it downwards? Like infinitely? God. Oh, I hate life. ChatGPT, like in column E, use the following formula in cell E2. But then it says D2. Dude, I'm actually done. I am a different level of retard, I guess. This is like the definition of use it or lose it, because I was actually good at Excel. Like I could have done all this back in high school very easily. It's been like 6 years since I have ever touched an Excel web sheet and tried to do something like this. Let me try this instead. I'll hit you up after the live stream, man. You're probably so pissed. You're like, this dude is losing his mind. I'm actually like disappointed in myself. I feel like that's something that should be incredibly easy. I'm probably making it harder than it has to be. I'm probably just not using my full brain power because I'm just tired. But this is definitely not the move. Here, let's continue to Google some YouTube videos about it. I've already watched this one. He's using numbers. I give up. I have to hit you up, brother. I'll stick to what I got and just do the math. Not that hard. All I gotta do is calculate how many of these are W's out of the total amount. Do I hate how like staticky? I think I have to get better lighting or something. I can't get my background to be what I need it to. All right, enough Excel for today. My brain hurts. Yeah, good little scalp win today. And hopefully they continue. Like I said, I don't know when I'll start posting them, but I will eventually in order to make sure people can be a part of it. If they want to be, of course. And I have a feeling that this one's not going to work out because it is quite drastic of a difference compared to what I've seen that works out. See if I can find like any outliers. Oh, that would have sucked right there. That ABC. Yikes. Kind of straight up statistics. If only I could put it into an Excel sheet by not paying someone $30 a month. But I appreciate what you said. Stay that way, bro. You're one of the only truths. I appreciate it, man. Man, it's already 10 o'clock. How the day goes by. Almost the first of the month as well. How many more days? 4 more days? First of the month? See, stuff like this, I don't know if it's like, we haven't really experienced a bad spot yet. This is around that level, 11 to 12 hours, 0.61%. That one would have failed, but then the next one would have won. But then you probably would have gotten the double. You would have gotten a couple entries off of that. That's the thing that I'm scared of here when it comes to these smaller time frames. So we're going to keep working through it and see what's viable. Of course, it's still in the beginning stages, so barely, but eventually you would have got it. But stuff like this, I don't know if the scalping time frame is going to take part in stuff like that. That's 2 days worth of price action, and you possibly would have been stopped out twice getting that. So to take that third entry, unless you were going for a higher R&R, what I might eventually do, because like we talked about, like depending on the distance from A to C might determine how large my stop loss is, and then percentage from A to C might as well. So that way we can have a lot less of these, and then also might affect what R&R I'm going for. Because obviously if it's a larger ABC, I want to look for a larger R&R, but still keep it on a decent time frame. Stuff like this, I don't know if I'll be going down to stuff like that, even though this one did work out. We'll see. We'll take the trades as they go and log the data. If Kite was selling more bull, he would have more viewers. Maybe. Maybe. If I was flashing a Bugatti, maybe I'll have more viewers as well. But who cares? Very excited because I mean, if everything works out and we get it really figured out, then I can throw some actual money on it. That way, I got something to do during the weekdays. Like I said, I don't think I'll ever go back to the days of where like I'm legit trying to scalp in terms of like I'm just sitting at my computer. But you know, when you wake up in the morning, if you see something, take the trade, set up your stop losses. When you go to bed at night, if you see something, take the trade, set up the stop losses, set up to take profits, and just don't even look at it until it's done with. That's what I want. So that way, like if something is available on a smaller time frame, I can take advantage of it, but I'm in no rush. If I miss a trade here and there, who cares? I need a Bugatti. Is there a way to look at your profit logs from like trades? Because you have orders, you have fills, but it doesn't tell you the profit from it at the end. The portfolio shows like profit over time. So, you know, we've been on that uptrend. We're on a little bit of a downtrend. It's okay. But history once again just shows that it was a profitable trade in terms of we bought at 822, sold at 851. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I think if you do it correctly, obviously scalping is so meticulous, whereas with the larger time frames, it's more just working with the flow. So we kind of have to really narrow down what is considered a valuable trade versus what is not. And then once again, it comes down to like mindset. If you're chilling at your computer all day, like you're gonna lose your mind. So then you end up doing stuff like taking back-to-back trades because, you know, you maybe lost one and then want to go for another, whatever it might be. But BTC trying to come back above that support region for the local ABC. Like I said, if there is any sign, like if there is any reason to be bullish, this is it for me personally. But I have a feeling it's just going to be a like a retest, if anything. Just like in the past, just a pop back up to, you know, retest 0.382, come back down. Don't forget, we do have this ABC coming up as well. So we definitely could see a pump, retest this A. If it comes back down, we're in for a little ride here. $27,500. Yeah, I mean that's the top of this A almost. So we definitely could retest that, but we'll see. Next week on Kite Trades, 1 minute time frame ABCs. ABC. There's so many false signals though. That was a nice one right there. ABC. Yeah, I don't know how you would do that. That is beyond me. That is beyond me. Fish, don't tear that up. That's bad. Hey. I just say, don't tear that up. They would consider combining support and resistance for scalping. I mean, that's what ABCs are. I mean, we can definitely incorporate macro support and resistance. So, like I said, I'm going to test out the standard strategy by itself to get the win rate in order to find out, like, bare bones, if it's good enough. And then that's when we'll start potentially adding on stuff like, hey, does the 1 hour MACD need to be in confluence with the type of trade that you're going to take on the 15-minute? Should we only be taking, you know, trades when we're close to macro support and resistances? We'll factor stuff like that into it. But right now I need to get the skeleton figured out and whether or not it works on a smaller time frame like that. Because I mean, we definitely played on smaller time frames in the past, but by no means was it that, you know, what we just did. It was more like stuff like, it's probably like on the 1 hour. It's probably more stuff like this if we didn't put in this wick here. You know, A to B to C. A to B to C. Yeah, stuff like this, A to B to C. And maybe stuff like this, A to B to C. But definitely kind of a new territory I'm stepping into here to go down to that small of a time frame. Because I mean, we're on the 15-minute, and then we zoom in even further to get the setups like this one here. And we took this one here, and we took this one here. I get it. Mini series. Because it's mini ABCs. Tee-hee-hee, tee-hee, haha. I mean, I won't lie. Like, I understand why people want to scalp. Well, like I understand the emotions of it. Obviously, like I feel like the reason why people mostly scalp is because they feel like if they take more trades, they can, decrease the amount of time it takes to build their portfolio because they want trade after trade after trade after trade. It's really just gambling. But it is nice to have something to do. Like I completely understand that point of view. Like I've adapted to my trading style in terms of, being very patient. Like I like looking at the market from a bird's eye view and not stressing out. So if I can take what I've learned from the macro point of view and apply it to the smaller time frame, which at the moment it is, like I said, once you got the ABC, you set up the entry, set up the stop loss and take profit and you walk away. Like there's nothing else to do. But it gives you something to look forward to in terms of like end result in the meantime. As long as it's not impacting your main portfolio, you're fine. Now, once you got the statistics and they're really like hard set, yeah, then you can throw some money at it and hopefully it helps your portfolio. What I got to do is I got to set up I'm going to set up an alert here. Oh, not that one. ETH. Go. Add alert. Crossing below. Crossing down. Once per minute. Great. What's the thing? I mean, like it comes down to so much. Like even if you have an edge, even if you have 55% versus 45% edge, if you're not within Kelly criterion, well then you're gonna lose. Plain and simple. And then as well as that, if you're going full Kelly, you could still very easily lose because if there's any slight deviation, even a couple percent, it's gonna put you over that edge. You're gonna lose very severely, very fast. But all right, I'm going to go ahead and head off. I'm going to go hit up the gas station before night time. Go say hello to the buds. Hope you guys enjoyed. And like I said, I mean, we have a smaller time frame trade set up off of this. It is a little bit of a deviation of the previous trades, but we kind of need it for data. So figuring it out as we go. But I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, I'm trying to wake up early again. So maybe we'll get back to like the early morning streams if that works better for people. But until then, this is the new norm. Which I got my lights set up yesterday to automatically start turning on around 10 a.m. Which actually really helped today. I actually woke up without my alarm. My phone actually died. And I got very little sleep last night. So I felt like if I didn't do that, I probably would have slept until like 2:30 in the afternoon. But because the lights were full brightness, it actually really helped me wake up, to be honest. So there's a win for expensive lights. But all right. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? And hopefully we get a couple more wins. $75 for lawnmower gas. I'm so happy that the car that I got has decent gas mileage. It's like $25 every 2 days to drive DoorDash. Which sounds like a lot, but usually I make about like $110 a day on DoorDash. So I'm gonna spend about 10% of the earnings in gas, which is perfectly fine to me. So, all right. I'm gonna keep rambling on if I continue here. Let's go ahead and do the thing. Wow, I haven't seen myself do the thing in green screen in a long time. Come here. Bye.